Hi students, this is Kameshwari from Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society group of institutions. Today we are going to discuss about environmental engineering lab. In that environmental engineering lab, today we are going to discuss about determination of chlorides. What is chlorides? How to determine the chloride content in the given water sample. How do we determine the chloride content in the given water sample? It is very simple, and take 20 ml of unknown water sample, that is either tap water, wastewater or sea water, etc. Then pour 2 to 3 drops of potassium chromate, which is an indicator. Now just titrate this sample by silver nitrate solution. So repeat the procedure steps 2 to 3 times to prescribed value of chloride content. So what are the indicators here? What are the reagents and what are the apparatus required for determination of chloride? So first, the aim is to determine the amount of chlorides present in the given water samples. Amount of chloride present in the given water sample. Next step, what are the apparatus required for determination of chlorides? The first one is different apparatus used for determining the chlorides. First more important thing is burette stand with burette. Burette stand and beakers, conical flask for used for the, what is the purpose of conical flask? For titration purpose, burette for sample purpose, and also measuring cylinder, wash bottle, pipette bulb and pipette with elongated tip. These are the different apparatus used for the determination of chloride test. And what are the reagents used for this chloride content in the given sample? That is silver nitrate and also potassium chromate. These two reagents are used for the chloride determination. And what's the principle? What's the principles of chloride determination? The principle of chlorides are determined in a natural or slightly alkaline content, which is pH is 7 to 8. That is soluble by titrating with silver nitrate using potassium chromate as an indicator by using Morse method, and silver nitrate is quantitatively preferable before red silver chromate is formed. What is the principle of chlorides? Chlorides are determined in a natural or slightly alkaline, that is pH is 7 to 8 solution by titrating with standardized silver nitrate using the potassium chromate as a indicator. Okay, this is the principle of chlorides. And next, go for procedure. What's the procedure for determining the, what are the steps involved in the determination of chloride? Take 20 ml of sample in a clean 250 ml of conical flask. Before starting the titration, rinse the burette with silver nitrate solution. Fill the burette with silver nitration solution. The normality of silver nitrate solution is 0.0282, and that will be filled in the burette, adjust to 0 and fix the burette in stand. Now take 20 ml of the sample. Water may be given in the sample. The sample, take 20 ml of sample in a clean 250 ml of conical flask and add 1 ml of potassium chromate indicator to get light yellow color. Now titrate the same sample again against silver nitrate solution until the color changes from yellow to brick red color. Now note the value of silver nitrate added. Value of silver nitrate added. Value of silver nitrate added. That will be indicated by that value A. Repeat the procedure for concordant values. And another sample is we can take as distilled water. Why we can use distilled water? Why should we do blank titration? Why should it need? Blank titration is carried out by titrating a fixed and known concentration of titrate into a solvent with zero analyte. This allows the amount of reaction, reacted substances within the plain solvent to be determined. Here also same procedure, and hence allows a determine the error in future titration. Experiment using this solvent. So we'll have take 20 ml of distilled water in a clean 250 ml conical flask, and in that conical flask we can add 1 ml of potassium chromate. Now it can changes to light yellow color. Again this same solution titrated with silver nitrate. So the color changes yellow to brick red color. Note down the value of silver nitrate added. Note down the value of silver nitrate added. The blank value indicated by B. So now volume of sample taken. How much sample taken? 20. And what's the initial value before starting of experiment? Initial value will be 0. What's the final value after running down the silver nitrate? The value will be, we will find out. And volume of AgNO3 used. And also same procedure repeated. That blank means we can use distilled water. And normality of silver nitrate AgNO3 is 0.0282. And volume of silver nitrate used for A, that means normal water sample, and also blank means distilled water A and B. So A minus B into N into 35.45 into 1000 by volume of sample. That will be in mg per liter. Now we can see how to determine chloride contents in a given sample in our laboratory. Determine the chloride content in a given sample in our environmental engineering lab. So first, what are the apparatus required for the test? That is stand, burette, conical flask, measuring cylinder, and also beakers, and also we can require chemical needed. What are the chemical needed? Silver nitrate. The first one is silver nitrate. And also one more thing that is called as indicator, we can use it as indicator, potassium chromate. Potassium chromate indicator. These are the two chemicals are needed for determining the determination of chlorides. Now start the procedure. What are the steps? First, pour the silver nitrate into the burette. Fill the silver nitrate solution into the burette up to 0 mark. Without air voids. Open the valve. So without air voids bubbles, it will be adjust to 0. Adjust to 0. Now that burette and the burette capacity is 25 ml. That will be fixed with its burette stand. Burette stand. Now take conical flask. Take conical flask. Pour 20 ml. 20 ml given sample in measuring cylinder. That's done. Pour this into the conical flask carefully. Conical flask carefully. And before going to start the test, so each apparatus are completely clean and dry, otherwise the experiment can go wrong. Now pour 2 to 4 drops of potassium chromate into the flask carefully. Now the color changes to pale yellow color. Now see what happened. Silver nitrate. Now you can titrate it with the solution that is silver nitrate. Silver nitrate molecules came in drop by drop into the flask. So let's see the titration. So put the flask right below the burette tip gently. Twist the stopcock to open the flow. Shake the flask during the process continuously. So we are done doing the titration slowly till note down the color. Notice the color changes. Continuation till as soon as this red brown color appears. Red brown color appears. Now we will stop the titration and note down the reading from the burette. From this burette, note down the reading from the burette. Stop the titration and note down the reading from the burette. What's the value we'll get? That is approximately 2. That value will be Noted down. Now calculation. Serial number 1. Volume of sample taken. How much sample we can take in? 20 ml. And what's the initial for starting the experiment? 0. And at ending, the value is 2. So how much volume of sample will require? 2. Now, again, you will repeat the procedure. Titrate 2 or more times to get precise reading. Fill the burette again to the 0. Again, 2 more times we will repeat the value. Again, repeat the procedure. We will get the precise value. Now, another one is we will take the another sample, that is blank. The blank means already we have discussed what is blank, that is distilled water. Take again 20 ml of distilled water into a conical flask and add 2 to 3 drops of indicator, that will color changer. Again, we can titrate it by using silver nitrate. You will refill the silver nitrate in burette. Mark as 0. That means initial value 0. That will be adjusted to 0. Again, this solution, distilled water into the flask and add 2 to 3 drops of potassium chromate and titrated with the solution of silver nitrate. Let's see the titration process. As soon as we'll notice the color change, that is reddish brick color appears successfully. Note down the reading. Note down the reading. That value is 0.4. 0.4. So, as we have the values that will be noted on a tabular column, we can take the 20 ml of sample and initial reading 0 and final reading 0.4 and volume of sample for titration purpose we can use silver nitrate is 0.4 and normality of silver nitrate is 0.082 and also volume of sample required for the silver nitrate is, that is 2, and also volume of sample required for a silver nitrate, that is blank distilled water 0.4. That values will be substituted in the tabular given formula, that is equal to A minus B into N into 35.45 into 1000 by volume of sample. Volume of sample. So finally we will get the value. We will repeat the procedure. 80 mg per liter. So here normality of AgNO3 is 0.082. The value of silver nitrate, you will get the value is 2 and silver nitrate for blank 0.4 So that values will be substituted here. A minus B 2 minus 0.4 into normality 0.282 0.0282 into 0.0282 into 35.45 into 1000. We'll get the chloride content. We'll get the chloride content in the given water sample. Chloride content in the given water sample. So here the value will be the amount of chlorides present in the given water sample is 80 mg per liter. And inference, the given water sample may or may not be used for domestic purpose or construction purpose. So how much amount of chloride content in the given sample, that will be you are used for drinking water or not. So the value will be the chloride content are not harmful to the human beings at concentration above 250 mg per liter. Chloride gives a salty taste of water. The salty taste produced by chlorides depend on the chemical composition of water. From taste point of view, above 250 mg per liter of chlorides in water is unacceptable for drinking purpose, and also hence at a place where some cases water supplies contains about 250 mg per liter of chlorides are also useful for domestic purpose. So without the development of adverse effect once the human system becomes adapted to the water, so it is safe for human beings. We can use it for domestic purpose. Okay guys, thank you.